Welcome to the post-game press conference. Comments from the game, SJK head coach Joaquín Gómez.
Yeah, a very complete performance. I think that we showed how dominant we were in almost every phase of the game today. Today we had an opportunity to show a different side of us because we weren't sure how the pitch was going to go, and we thought that it was going to be worse than what it was. We had to prepare slightly different. You know, there's always two sides to it. To show the level of maturity that we showed, you know, to show the level of maturity, you have to make sure that you show the courage. That is a part of it, but the balance to the courage is the consideration. And I think tactically, in the way that we're going to play, we're going to be slightly more direct, but you know, the execution of the players and how we wanted to overload the last line and the central channel worked really well. And then on the defending side, we just kept going from what we've been doing in the last few weeks. And overall, very pleased to show that level of maturity, being the youngest team in the Veikkausliiga that we are. And this is another important step in our journey this year, and just one more. We just need to continue. Our journey continues next Friday. The games come quite quick, but as I said, very pleased for the work of the players to be rewarded in the way that we did today.
There was a lot of talk before the game about our pitch. So did it affect your game, and did you make some kind of special tactics based on that pitch?
Yeah, of course. As I said, we thought that it was going to be even worse than what it was today. You know, I've been in England for 10 years, and I know how those games sometimes go. You know, did we change much? No, we just put 3 centre forwards instead of 2 for this game. We were lacking goals, and this year an important message for us is whatever it takes, we will do to make sure that we are successful, and that was one thing. And then tactically, trying to overload the last line and the central channel was important for us to. That we had to play to spaces that we were the first ones in. There was a mistake, the first ones in there as well, and if there was going to be a second phase, that there was more players for us through the middle, and I think it worked quite well. Plus, we put a lot of emphasis in set plays because we knew that we were going to be important. Make it. If a game was going to be a stop and start, that you know, we were going to put the double of everything. So the double of long throws, the double of everything, and I think it worked quite well for us today, and it paid off.
All right. Any questions from the audience or press? All right. If not, then congratulations about the win and 3 points. And thank you. AC Oulun head coach Ricardo Duarte, comments from the game.
Today we had one of those days where the things don't happen in the way we expect. Of course, we predicted that SJK would have a similar approach to what they had, but we couldn't react in the best way. The excitement from the players was big for the first home game, and they are honest workers, and they did what they could today. But I think today's game is far from the level we have showed. But we also know that, or I also know this team is a team that can learn, and can learn very fast. And we know that in in the road to the success, there are days like this. So now we have an opportunity to look what was wrong, and we know already many things that didn't happen in the right direction. And I'm sure these players are capable of fixing what was less good today and become stronger in the future. Of course, it's disappointing because in our first home game we wanted to offer something different to the fans, to the people that came here, and many people in the stand, many people here filling the seats. But I have trust that we can improve, and I have trust that we can do a good season. And probably we have been, how can I say, overperforming a little bit because we have been almost not losing any game across all these months. We had probably today a little bit of reality slap, but we react and we are going to be better. And next Friday we need to be better. That's what I can promise from my side, from coaching staff side, from the player side as well.
What about the referees? There was a lot of, how you say, mixed up feelings about the referees. How they?
I don't think all the decisions were right, but probably my decisions were not all also right. The players' decisions were not all totally right. So it's part of the game. It's part of the game, and I feel in some moments they didn't help us to get the control of the game back. But I don't want to speculate more because the job of the referees here in Finland is very tough because they have no support from anybody. They have no video referee. They are totally alone there in the pitch. And this referee we have here, he is a good referee. He is an experienced one. If the things didn't happen in a better way, it's occasional. I don't think it's anything against AC Oulun, so we need to look forward. We basically need to look forward. It's what we need to do.
All right, one question about the referees and cards. So that red card, was it earned or not?
I didn't watch yet the images, and from the bench I found it strange. But the referee was close and he ran straight to the players. I don't know, it might be connected with these new rules from international board to protect the safety of the players. I think there was some, I don't know if there is some touch in the head of the opponent, and usually the referees are instructed to be very strict with these situations. Sometimes these contacts are occasional from the situations, they are not intentional. But they have these guidelines. Might be this case why he was so strict. Of course, it's not good to lose coffee for the next game, but of course we have a full squad, full of quality players that can compensate.
Okay. Any questions from the audience or press? Yes.
Ricardo, 3-0 at home, and this game could have finished 5 or 6-0 to SJK. Would it be fair to say that you were perhaps a little bit naive in approaching this game, considering the circumstances, the pitch and so forth?
I don't know. If you want to say naive, I can accept. What is naive? Is to develop football to compete with the best teams in Finland. If this is naive, maybe you are right.
Yeah, but you're competing for 3 points, I believe. So.
Yeah, we are competing for 3 points. Today it didn't happen, but it has been happening. So if we compete for 3 points, okay, we are playing at home in our grass. If we come here because we think the grass is not in good conditions and we start playing a direct game because we want these 3 points, maybe we win 3 points today and we lose couple of points in the next games. We have an identity. We take the risk. We know we take the risk, but we do it. And I think if we look at the past, I have no doubts about. But yes, can be connected with naive. Yes, can be. It's adjectives that people can use. But when you need to make decisions in long term, in mid and long term, to make the stability of a team, to make a team grow sustainably, then I prefer to take this risk.
Any other questions? All right, if not, thank you, Ricardo. Thank you.